Hey y'all, I'm back to do another video for you guys, and this one is a Q&A, and it is questions from two friends. But before we jump into that, I just want to give out two shout outs to, actually one of them being a YouTube channel and one of them being a local crafter. Um, my first one will be to fellow YouTuber Ellen's Homemade Delights. Me and my mom watch her channel every day, and the recipes on her channel are amazing. And I highly recommend heading over there after you watch this video. I'll put the channel below in the description box, so you guys won't have to search it on a search engine, and it'll go directly to her channel, and you will not be disappointed with the recipes. And she can cook, definitely. So two thumbs up. So let's go over there and see what she's cooking up in her southern kitchen. So my second shout out is going to be from local crafter Tiffany Stanley, and she is responsible for the creation of my ace bracelet and my keychain. And last but not least, and very brand new, and this is something that I've spoken about in my previous video, and it took a while for it to get done, but she wanted to take her time in making sure that the design is right and great, and she did perfecto. So, 3, 2, 1, you guys are ready. Boom. It may look like it's blue on camera, but it's actually purple. Um, Basically, you're going you hang this from the mirror in front of your car, uh, and represent all day. But right now, it's in my room, so I don't know how yarn and the cold air we've been getting, the harsh cold air we're getting, will react. So for now until spring or summer, I'll keep them in my room where they're nice and safe. So shout out to you, Tiffany Stanley, and I'll put your um, Facebook page in the description box, and it's called Creations by Tiffany, and she does like sports teams, theme bracelets and dice and keychains. So on to the Q&A. My the first person is going to be the two people that gave me these questions are Sherry Lynn Neal, friend from Pittsburgh, and Miyoshi, friend from Erie. And I'm gonna go with Sherry Lynn first since she has the most questions. Number one: why is asexuality a big deal? I think asexuality, um, the conversation, and the reason why you're hearing more about it now, I think, is because we're speaking up, and um, there's more representation in our community. Uh, we're being more vocal about it, and I think we are just tired of being invalidated. And right now, you're seeing a rise in asexual voices on Facebook and YouTube. So, and that's not going away anytime soon because we're gonna be here forever. So yeah, that completes the first question. Question number two. This is from Sherry Lynn also. How does the subject of your asexuality come up? Um, Usually when I go to like in public and when I go to parties and family, like if I go over to my grandparents, they usually see my bracelet, and I explain to them what asexuality is, and I think they get it, or but it's gonna take them a while to grasp the meaning of it. But in public, most of the time is from me wearing my bracelet, or just having a general conversation about who we are. It's like meeting a friend, making friends, and somehow that topic comes up. The topic of sexuality, and we talk about it. And so far, I've had no issues with it. But I've had maybe one issue with it, but it was resolved quickly. Number Number 3. This is from Sherry Lynn also. At what point did you realize that there was a difference between you being asexual and you being surrounded by uninteresting people? That's not what asexuality is about. Um, Asexuality is about having no sexual attraction towards other people, and there is a lack or absent interest in sex. Anyone, no matter who you are, um, it's going to find some people uninteresting. Some people are not people. Some people are not people. If that makes sense. There's some people who are loners. They prefer to be alone, or just to be in their own group. But asexuality, I didn't wake up and I know a lot. Personally, I love being around people. I'm a people person, um, and I am interested in people. Um, but being uninterested in people does not define asexuality at all. Um, an interest lack of interest in sex or absent interest in sex. That's what it's about, but not in people. Period. Because anyone can have a lack of interest in people. So on to question number 4. Does what are some asexuality specific issues that the general population may not know about? I think a lot of people don't know about. There is a thing that I've seen on a Facebook group that I belong to, and this is from a friend. I hope she is not mad at me if I do this, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna let me take my time and say it. There is a lack of there's a lack of representation in the of the demisexuality community. For those who don't know what demisexuality is, it is like a halfway point between sexual and asexual, and the difference between an asexual person and demisexual person is that a demisexual person, they don't have sexual attraction until they form a strong bond with a particular person. It does not just have to pertain to being in a relationship with a person. It could be anyone. As for asexual people, we just don't experience it. We don't have sexual attraction towards other people. Um, there is I think it's a person that runs an ace group on Facebook that's not that big yet. I had to become more educated on demisexuality and including demisexual people, because at the end of the day we belong in the same groups. We're in the same community, and there's a slight difference between the two, but it's just a spectrum of things. That makes sense. Um, so anyone that's running, if you're watching right now, and if you want to run a ace group, any of my fellow asexuals, make sure if you don't know what demisexuality is, which a lot of us should, um, please read up about it. When you run a group, we all know when you run a group, you do not want to cause a rift, because sometimes that can end up with groups being totally deleted. And Facebook wars are not pretty. We have to acknowledge our differences and be respectful. Be respectful about it, because at the end of the day, we all want a better world. If that makes sense. So on to Yoshi's questions. Have you thought of having kids in the future? Most likely, no. I'm not. I look forward to having nieces and nephews, but kids of my own. Mm-mm. That being said, on the question number six, number two of Miyoshi's, are you interested in being in a non-sexual committed relationship? I would like to have a companionship in the future, someone I could go to the movies with, talk to, so I won't feel alone. But I say 50-50. I enjoy my single life. I enjoy um, right now I'm just getting myself together, and I just enjoy just having friends, being around my family, stuff like that. And who are learning about asexuality, asexuals can have asexuals and demisexuals can have relationships. We could be married. We could have kids. Um, we could have real healthy relationships like everyone else. Um, every individual is different. But in my perspective in this question, I I say 50-50 chance, 50-50 viewpoint of this question. I would like to have a companion in the future, and that's it. I'm not looking to getting married or having a family. To some people that sound bleak, but something for everyone. But that just about does it with my Q&A, and I promise not to make it very long. Very long next time. And Jacob, before I sign off, I'll put a link to my friend Miyoshi. For those who don't know, Miyoshi has a skincare a skincare and soap online, and I'll put the link to her business below in the description box. Dragonfly Lakes. Shout out to you guys. Local company. Shop local. Um, so I'll see you guys next time. Of course I gotta do this. Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that bell on the side so you won't miss out on any content I do. And you guys have a nice day. Oop. I just love these. Peace.